An old baseball saying, a bloop and a blast.
Bloop and a blast.
Bloop and a blast. Big sexy, Luke Hughes.
Going back. This ball's back and gone in his first major league at bat. Luke Hughes hits a home run. What a moment for Luke Hughes. What a moment for Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Bloop and a Blast podcast. My name is Big Sexy. I am the Bloop. His name is Luke Hughes. He is the Blast. Hughesy, how are you, mate?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. Off the top, I've got to be quick. I've spent a lot of time mucking around, doing some stuff. We didn't talk about this off air. I might have shown you a little glimpse of what could be. But if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Spotify, we have rebranded. It's very scary. We've just clearly reached such a massive point in our careers of podcasting that we decided to rebrand. And here we are. So if you're watching, go on. If you're not, if you're just listening, go and check it out on YouTube at Bloop Blast Podcast on YouTube. Or if you're, watching on Spotify at home, just turn it sideways. You can see lovely new layout, new logo. Hughesy's not up there with the design thoughts. He doesn't love my crazy designs, but I think you like this one a little bit.
I'm proud of you, mate. I'm proud of you. It's a bit more, I don't even know, edgier.
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 Yeah. You haven't seen the intro yet. The intro's sick.
No, I'm looking forward to it. ChatGPT help you out in this one?
Yeah.
Hey, look, if you're not using ChatGPT, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I made the last one, and looking back, I mean, look, it served a purpose. That was season one. I think we rebrand every season. Keep it fresh. Keep it hip for the kids. So we'll keep it cool, or as cool as we can be. But anyways, here we are. It's episode 2 of the 25-26 season. We're still a long way out. There's so much going on. And I, again, want to take the top of the episode. I might have told you a little bit about this, but I haven't told you all of it. Look, I've got to call myself out here, okay? And I'm very interested to hear your thoughts at the end of this, Luke. But last episode, I just got talking through my emotions. I was talking through my thoughts on this whole paywall thing for the ABL, for Baseball Plus. I didn't know how it sat with me. I still don't fully really know, to be honest with you. I'm still working it out. I'm a fan like you guys that listen to this. I'm a fan like Hughesy, except for, haven't played in the ABL, but that's okay. I'm just a fan, right? So my thoughts, my last closing remarks at the end of the Willow episode, where we spoke to Glenn Williams, was that we need to rally the troops. We need to support the league as much as we can. We need to do whatever we can to support the league. Now, I then sort of had the epiphany after I posted the episode, and I sort of thought to myself, wow, a little bit hypocritical of Big Sexy, to be fair, because the last thing I said to everyone was support the league and go to as many games as you can. We all have our own ways, share the post, whatever. And then first episode of the new season, I come out and I sort of, I don't know, bitch and complain a little bit about having to pay some money. So there you go. I'm putting myself on notice. No one else actually called me out on that. And I was ready to cop it. Once I realized it myself, I thought to myself, well, you know what? If someone calls me out on this, a lot of our listeners have reached out, and we'll get into that in the next little bit here. But there you go. That's where I'm at with it all. And I will take that to myself, and I'll keep dealing with it, right? I'm keep trying to work it out, but there you go. That's my thoughts.
I feel like you're groveling back to your fiance right now. This is what it feels like.
No, she wouldn't have allowed that to waffle on as long as she would have gone like, just shut up, mate. Like, I don't care that bad. But yeah,
look, I think, mate, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? And we're on here, and you have your opinion. We don't have to agree on everything all the time. I think time will tell, right? Like it's a financial commitment that people haven't done before. They understand, where. Well, actually, they don't really understand where the money's going to until, I guess, they see the production and see what the ABL brings out and puts on the platform this year. And I think for me, that's the biggest one. I know last week I said a couple things. I said the production, that's one big thing, but where does that money get spent, and does it show at the facilities, at the field, game day? And that's what I want to see this year. If I see improvement across the league with the production quality, a couple of ABL teams do a really good job. A couple really need to pick themselves up a little bit. That's where time will tell. And I think I'll hold off from commenting probably too much more for the rest of the, I guess, off season until we see it.
Yeah, that's fair. And look, I think you've got to realize too, though, like that money getting injected into the league or however it's dispersed, right? And that's totally fine. We all would like to think that, yeah, a portion of that goes back to the leagues or it's split equally. It's going to take time for that to get back to the league. So you're not going to see that this season. If anything, this is just my opinion. I don't know if I'm right again. Fucking tell me if I'm wrong, please. A lot of people have messaged me, messaged us, and you know, like you said, we're all entitled to our opinions, but I'm happy to be wrong, right? But I don't think you're going to see that money into the league until next season, Luke. It's going to take a lot of time for that to come out and go through and whatever and be dispersed. But you're right, that would be sick.
I get that, but the fans at home don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know, if they're going to spend $70, they expect a better quality production than what they've been getting over the last couple of years. So fans don't care. Okay, we've got to wait till year 2, mate. The ABL might not be around in next year, right? So for me, it's like no. Like the pressure's on now. I feel for the ABL to bring out a better product for the fans that they're actually charging money to. So yeah, I'll be sitting back and watching and very keen to see what happens with that.
Absolutely. And look, we asked for your opinions a little bit as well, we asked you guys to reach out to us and talk to us and tell us what you think about it. And a number of people have. A fair few people have mentioned tiers as far as, first of all, mentioned like, hey, year 1 could have been this, grow it out to this, this, and this. That's okay, cool, like great. I don't think it's a bad idea either. We're all up in the air thinking about it. And a lot of people, though, have come back and said, oh, it'd be great if I could just get my team pass, right? So like hey, $30 or whatever a year, and I can just watch all of the Perth Heat games, right? Fair. I guess that probably, again, sharper minds than ours are working this out, right? Like guys that know all of the answers and to all of these questions. So I'm guessing that, I would like to think that would have been discussed, and I'm sure it probably has. But yeah, again, great ideas there. Also, Hughesy, big shout out to, well, we're still sus on this account, let's be real. But we did get a shout out from a UK listener, which I don't know, you're a big time guy, like you're, whatever. I'm Luke Hughes, that's fine. You're probably used to it. But I'll tell you what, it's pretty cool. UK fan reached out to us. Cool to hear that we've got someone listening all the way over there in the UK. They obviously, shared their opinions in the comments on Spotify, but we appreciate that. That's what it's all about. So, and I try and reply to as many of them as I can.
Hey, we don't get that many, mate. You can reply in probably 5 minutes.
Well, there's one here that I actually haven't replied, so I better write back. Benny Morris, I apologise, mate. I'll get back to you. I've been busy, all right? I'm just, I've been doing some rebranding and stuff. But yeah, no, it's cool. And look, we get some messages as well, and a lot of people have said a lot of stuff, so it's pretty cool. And hey, we love it, so keep those ideas coming through. And also just a quick one, we've got to shout out to a couple of guys that sub to our YouTube channel at Bloop Blast Podcast. It was, of course, Todd Hatcher. Hey, there's a guy, baseball guy, and of course, Sean Walsh. So we appreciate you guys. I did say on the Facebook post for the episode, hey, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll give you a shout out on the podcast. And I'm sure those two blokes are just absolutely over the moon that they got a shout out on the podcast. But hey, we'll keep doing it because we want to grow the YouTube. And that's our way of avoiding a paywall like the ABL. So there we go. So that's a funny tongue-in-cheek comment. But
hey, do you reckon we put a subscription model out? To pay to listen to Bloop and the Blast podcast?
So it's funny, right? So actually, and look, I'll share this right now. I was talking to a guy that potentially used to play in the league. I don't know if he would want me to share this, but he came at me with some awesome messages talking about the podcast and all that kind of stuff. And he actually mentioned that, right? So look, he mentioned that, and I thought to myself, I can't do that. We can't do that. Who's going to want to pay to listen to us?
No, two clowns talking baseball.
We're not. Yeah, no. But shout out to my mate. He knows who I'm talking about. It was really cool because he was just coming at me with ideas and all that, and I thought, and also then,
do we have some figures? Do we have some figures of what he thought? just so I can have a little laugh.
It was like $1. He said, like, why don't you just charge like $1 or whatever, and people can get early access and like there was and all of that stuff, and that's totally fine, right?
$1. That's it. $1.
Yeah, but I just think like no, like
I can't send my kid to school, private school, getting $1.
Easy, calm down. It's okay. We're not doing it. It's all right. We'll work something else out. It's going to happen. It's all good. Just believe that. It's all positive. No, and I just thought to myself, like, no one's going to care enough to go, oh, far out. I really want to listen to what Hughesy and Big Sexy have to say. So I'll pay the $1 and get to listen on a Wednesday. Also, that would mean I'd have to edit it all up and be ready to post it by it. And no, it's all good. It's all good. But there were some great ideas, and I just thought to myself also, which I think this is potentially how I led down the route of me being a bit hypocritical with my thoughts. I was like, yeah, cool. Yeah, let's introduce our own subscription model just after I bitched about it for the ABL. I was like, nah, we can't do this. We've drawn, but we've got some ideas coming. Do you want to save that, or do you want to like maybe announce it now, or like just want what we're thinking? Do you want to?
Whatever, you can do whatever you want. You're the
no. You're the guy. You're the head honcho. What do you think?
Nah, I can hold off. I can save it.
All right, we'll save it. That's cool. Leave it there.
I do have a question though.
Yeah,
and it popped up tonight. Right before we dive into some more proper baseball stuff, right. I have an issue with my son. I just brought him up. Obviously, I'm trying to put him through private school one day. So it's just kind of spooked my memory of tonight, and I'm trying to work out whether or not he's left-handed or right-handed. So he's 5, right? And he hits left, and I say, hey, jump around. I mean, he hits right, he jumps around, hits left. He will like throw left and then like throw right, and then he'll kick right, and then he'll like kick left. So I think he's ambidextrous, right?
Sick.
And so then I've got this thought process, and I want to know, has anyone played infield right-handed, like proper, and then say pitch left-handed? So okay. Here's me driving him home from school today thinking, what am I going to do? So I got him back to the house, and I was just throwing the ball to him. He was catching it occasionally. And then he would like throw it back lefty. I said, all right, mate, throw it righty. So he'd throw it righty. And I'm sitting there just going, I really don't know if he's left-handed or right-handed yet. And he's 5.
Like, do both actions look relatively normal for a 5-year-old? Like,
yes.
Wow.
It does. And that's what's scary about it.
We got to keep the lefty swing. Like, let's just tick that off, right? Like, I mean.
Well, this is the thing. If he's going to throw lefty, he probably hits righty more often. But I told him, I said, mate, if you're going to throw lefty, you got to be a switch hitter. I said, you can't be lefty throw, righty hit, because those guys don't play in the big leagues. There is very few guys. That's exactly. And that's why you've tapped out at Rezzy's level.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, play on. Yeah.
But seriously, this is my dilemma. So if anyone's listening, if anyone wants to shoot us a message, I'll take all advice right now on what to do. Don't know if I should buy another left-handed glove or a right-handed glove. He's got a glove. He's got a left and right, but they're like those cheapy ones. I'm just like, no, I want to get him something a little bit better. I'm a baseball dad, of course. So, and he's so excited to play. So excited to start doing some stuff this year. So,
well, let's do it now. Let's go lefty or righty in the comments on Spotify and on YouTube. We'll look at it. So if wherever you're watching or listening, let us know what you think. Lefty or righty, full lefty, full righty, or give us the left, right, bats left.
You know what? I might even get some video this weekend, right?
Yeah.
I said to him, I said, we'll go down and have a hit and a throw on Saturday. So I reckon I'll try to get some video, not too amateurish, and then send it through to you, mate. And then we can kind of ask what people think. So
we can break it down. We can do a breakdown.
Yeah.
That's sick, but well, I think he's got to end up righty throw, lefty bat. I think that's what he wants. Right?
I've told him, I said, mate, if you're lefty, you're limiting your positions you can play. I said, mate, you got first base, you got outfield, you can pitch. Yeah. And Dad didn't throw that hard, right? Hence why he played second base. So, exactly right. 3 grenades over there. So that is my dilemma.
Good BP,
great BP. It's one thing that I do well. Is BP, and I like to throw hard BP too, because that's how I like to hit BP. Firm BP.
So, well, any parents out there that have been through something like this, I mean, that's weird to me. Like, not weird, but like, I wouldn't know how to deal with that. Like, having your kid, like, I'd just be like, hey, mate, I can help you throw left-handed. Good luck to you. Like, yeah, what a conundrum. There you go.
It is.
Any parenting advice for Hughesy?
Thanks.
Baseball dads.
On and off the field, please.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we appreciate that. Yeah. Look. Hey, comment on Spotify and on YouTube. Tell us what you reckon. Let's go. Let's do it. Bit of news. Let's start with obviously the Melbourne Aces. I was going to say around the ABL, but in Australian baseball scene, let's say that the Melbourne Aces, they've announced their schedule coming up for this summer. You've got it there, Luke. How's that look? Have we getting there?
Well, it's a good start though, isn't it, for them?
Yeah.
And that they had announced that they were going to Korea, right? So it was always this part of their schedule was always going to happen. So how many games they play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like 20 games.
20 games there, and then so that's like
or thereabouts. Thereabouts. I might have counted wrong there, but thereabouts.
Korean fall, whatever, right? And then bit of a Christmas break, and then they come back in January, February, or is it just February from memory?
15 games. Sorry, 15 games. Look, it starts Tuesday, 14th October. I'm sure the boys will get up there probably, I don't know, maybe a week beforehand or thereabouts, settle in, have some training sessions, and then get stuck into it. And then, there's a final on Saturday, 1st November. So I think it's going to be anywhere between, say, 13 to 15 games if they make the finals. Obviously you've got some of the big league teams there. But the interesting part to me is, what type of competition they're going to be playing against. What are the teams going to be like? And that's probably my biggest question mark on up there. And I'm sure they're going to be playing against some really good teams, right? And there's going to be some really good players and some good arms. And, they throw different. We know that. They pitch differently. So it's going to be, a pretty big challenge for the Aces. And it looks like they're putting together a, pretty good roster. Most of their players have returned from last year. The probably the only one that I haven't really seen so far is, Robbie Glendenning. Haven't heard much about him across the league as of yet. Like, I'll keep mentioning it until we find some information on where he's going to play. And he's probably still making the decision of what he wants to do. He had a great year in indie ball this year. He hit, I think, 18 tanks. And I think he made the postseason All-Star team, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty good. But, the Aces have had a good week. They've come out and announced that they've signed Ulrich Bajowski, right? So, big pickup for the Aces, big loss for the Heat. He's been hitting in the heart of the order for the Heat for the last 5 years, I would say, or thereabouts. Big Bojo, big tank arms. It's going to be a big loss for them and a big gain for the Aces. But, Bojo has set his life up over here in Melbourne, and I'm not sure how many people are aware of that, but his partner's from Melbourne, and so it's kind of a natural thing for him at some stage to make that transition. And so he's, probably made life a little bit easier for himself by signing with the Aces and being able to go over to Korea. And he probably hopes to showcase himself well enough there to hopefully land one of those spots in Korea next year. So big watch on that. And also when they come out, Thorpe's back again, which is big. And who else did they sign this? I think they had an announcement today. Yeah, and Kyle Glagowski's back.
Right.
So Kiwi Kyle is back in. Going to be pitching for the Aces too. So look, they keep posting stuff. Their social media and their marketing does a really good job. We know this. I
might have to, and I just remembered I'm wearing a Morley Eagles shirt. Obviously, Bodge played for us at Morley Eagles. And I mean, look, right field's open now, so I'm a chance, right, Hughesy? Like, clearly, I can jump into that.
Right field generally need to be able to have a little bit of speed, and I've seen you run to first base on the ground out, and it is
lately. No, I'm taking the piss. Of course, it's a huge loss here at Morley Eagles to see Bodger, but super happy to see Bodge go and do his thing. Hey, good on you, man. Like, always been awesome to me. But I tell you what, it just reminded me, mate. I just think I'm wearing my shirt. It reminded me in the final series last year, Bodge hit one onto the top of the shed, and I was behind home plate there watching it off the bat at Perth Ballpark, at Empire Ballpark. It was annihilated. And Paul Persick The
He didn't hit
voice.
it. He didn't hit it over the batter's eye.
It was
Shed or just on top of the shed.
annihilated on top of the shed. It could have gone over, but I tell you what, Paul
Mate, it's
Persick,
not
the
that
voice
far.
of the state league broadcasts, gave it a big Santa Maria. It is a big bomb, and I tell you what, it is one of the greatest calls of all time. And now that we're talking about Bodger, I can probably use it on socials. I've got that. I watch that a little bit from time to time because it is an amazing call. So there you go. Amazing. But thank you for the memories, Bodge. That's what I want to say.
You didn't pick up on my little stab about it's not that big of a home run, mate. There's plenty of guys that got on top of that shed.
Good on you. Good on you, mate.
Nah, I'm talking about TK and Hawley and that. Mate.
Oh, look, hey, I'm trying to give the man his flowers on his
No,
career,
it's
right?
good. It's bad for the Heat, great for the Aces, right?
Yeah, big win for the Aces. And there we go. We've started to see the first half of the schedule. Be awesome to see what happens with the second half. When are we going to see, January, February, what that looks like? And then, of course, I guess it's probably hard trying to work out, hey, who they're going to play. But, of course, trying to match all those things up with WBC and all of that. So, anyways.
Mate, knowing Ralphie and knowing the team there in Hughes, they've said they're going to have 40 games. They'll have 40 games, right? 40 games. Something that they'll get it done. Yep. They'll find some teams to play. And, obviously we'll wait and see on that one. But I guess, across the league this week, I guess it's kind of been a bit of a quiet week for ABL news. Hasn't been too much.
A little bit.
Hasn't been too much stuff going on. There was one thing, obviously, I spoke to you about before the show that I kind of wanted to get off my chest a little bit. And I guess the one thing that we talked about it last week with like Pearl Group, owning the Sydney Blue Sox and the Perth Heat, right? We know that. The fans, I guess, know that. The one thing that I would love for them to do is to separate the two. All right. Have the Sydney Blue Sox marketing and all their little colours and fonts and stuff, and then have the Perth Heat one different. Okay. At the moment, everything's the same. Right. All their posts are the same. Everything they do is exactly the same. It's just one's blue and one's red. Okay. And, say I'm wrong, tell me that, Luke, you're wrong here. That's fine. I just want to see separation. I want to see the Sydney Blue Sox being their own organization, and I want to see the Perth Heat being their own organization. And that's where I sit with it. Okay?
You can see from a business perspective, you can see where it comes from, right? Like you're going to have probably one guy that's doing the same thing for both. All right. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. All right. You can see in their land, they're like, oh, got to do this. It's the same as me, mate. I go, oh shit, I better find some shorts to post for the episode, right? Or this is good, right? So you can see why. And I think probably hold that regard. Like you're not wrong, right? I agree. I see where you're going with it, and you're not the first person to mention it to me in the last 7 days, right? But wait and see in season, right? I think things will start to potentially develop, more as the season goes on. Personally, I reckon you'll find that you probably have a media team for each as games are going on at that. It's just a bit skeleton staff at the moment. We are still 6-8 weeks away from the season? How far away is it? Right?
Yeah, but mate, we make excuses every year.
Yeah.
You say the same stuff.
Okay, then the problem was we hadn't heard anything from the Heat, and now we're seeing things and we're like, we'll bloody make that better.
Yeah. So, mate, they're professional. It is a professional league. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I get it.
No, I know.
But it's professional league. If you want people to pay $70 to watch a subscription, it's professional league. I want better. I want better production. I want a better everything. So that's where I land with it. You start charging people money for stuff. I want to see better production with what they do. And the other thing I need to get off my chest. Yeah. You can call this whatever, this little segment, whatever you want. Hughesy gets stuff off his chest.
Yeah, I love it.
Come up with a name, whatever like
rants.
that.
Yeah.
Hughesy rants.
I want better. I love
what
that.
About
that on a shirt? I want better. Luke Hughes.
I want better. I like, or one of my great sayings, just be better. Be better.
Be better.
Right?
Yeah. So. Right, sorry, go back. Hughesy, get hot. Hughesy's hot. Come on.
Hughesy, be better. It just is a bad look when you're posting as a professional organization, the fact that you're looking for host families for your players. Okay. I can understand that they're trying to reduce costs. They don't want to spend too much money and go, into the red again. I understand this. Okay, I get it. But I feel it's just a bad look to be posting on your socials that you're looking for, places for people to live throughout social media. Do it internally. All right. Spend some time. You've got a big enough network. You have a membership base. Send it to the members. Send it privately through to people that you know, right? Don't do it on the socials. Don't make it public. It just doesn't look good.
There you go. Hughesy's rants.
Done.
I'm not going to disagree with you, to be honest. Like, and to be fair, like on both points, I know I rebutted a little on the first one, and as a perspective thing, that's fine. But yeah. You get yep. Gotcha. No, it's fair enough, So, anyways, there you go. Hughesy's rants, I love it. Hughesy gets hot. Let's do that. Hot Hughesy.
Everyone knows this.
Spicy Hughesy.
I've been calm, but look, we all want.
That's passion, mate. That's important.
Yeah,
that's why we're here.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't want to crush the league, right? And I'm a very big supporter of it, and always have. But sometimes it just needs to be called out, and at some stage, people are going to call me out, and people have called me out, right? I'm a big boy. I can handle it. People have been calling me out for years. That's okay. I wore my heart on my sleeve when I played and had stupid white line fever. I understand that. And I brought most of it on myself. I get that. That's how I felt like I needed to play to be at my best, right? People that know me know that I'm not necessarily like that, but there is passion that comes in from within when it comes to the Australian Baseball League and baseball.
You also need to know that a lot of these guys, and this is just my take on this, and I think I've probably said this to you over the last couple of years of hanging out and whatever, but a lot of these people might see you on the field or say someone that has played at a very high level, right? And they go, oh, he's a bit of a dick. He's a bit whatever. But I think you got to understand, and I haven't played at that level, so but outside looking in, right? And this is my perception, right? You have to understand that to get to those levels, you have to be a little bit like that, right? And not to be a dick and be mean to people, but you have to have that self-belief. You have to have that drive, and you have to have that mentality that is I am not going to let anything fucking stop me, pardon my language, from getting to where I want to be. And it's just going to happen. And that drive, a lot of people don't have it, and it's just mindset mentality. So, hey, it is what it is. But there you go. I think I gave you a little compliment there somewhere wrapped up in a riddle. But anyways,
maybe you have to be nice. I'll be nice to you for the rest of this episode.
Thank you. Yeah, because you came in hot, mate. Maybe it's you realise that your young bloke's going to be a mad lefty righty hitter. That's awesome. Nah, good on him. Welcome him. Welcome him. I might send him one of my gloves so we make sure that he throws that. But anyways, there you go.
Yeah, no, all good, mate.
Let's absolutely. You hate it. No. Let's move on. What else did we want to talk about? One thing that I was pretty keen on talking about was, of course, Travis Bazzana. He's had a bit of a ripper month. I mean, a year ago when he got drafted, he got drafted potentially a year ago, whatever. You said to me, Big Sexy, I reckon he'll get a sniff at the bigs sometime next year even.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon we're getting close to that?
No, I don't think it's going to happen now. It's too late, September. If it was going to happen, it would have happened already. There's only a few weeks
He'd have a little bit of time off on the IL, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I missed a little bit, so that might have stopped the time. Yeah. You still don't think it's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen now, right? Okay. There's no reason for him to call him off for 2 weeks unless they want to give him a little bit of a taste of what it looks like and what the big league feel is. The travel, the team, the city, all that stuff. I just don't think it's going to happen now. Now, I don't even know if his team's in the playoff race or at all, and I'll do some homework for next week and dive into it a little bit. But he had an unbelievable week last week, and pretty sure he won the player of the week as well. I think he hit 4 bombs. Had a great week, right? So you're starting to see, obviously, not starting to see, you've seen it, but the consistency and the pop and all that too, and what they've been talking about. I saw an article, Trent Alchin post a little thing on his Instagram and said there's, some comparisons there to, who was it? Was it maybe... Yeah, I can't remember actually who it was. Sorry, off the top of my head. But like it's exciting to see what potentially can happen and where he can potentially be next year. And the expectation will be that he's in the big leagues early. If not making that team out of spring training, which he probably will, to be honest with you, and playing a full season up there too. Like and you look at Curtis Mead, right? He's settled into Chicago and. He's played 30 games now and he's had a good, extended run there and he's basically playing every day, right? So starting to see what he can do. I know for a fact for him, he'll probably want his power numbers to be a little bit better. And that's probably something that he will continue to work on. But after a tough, season bouncing, from Tampa, getting traded to Chicago, up and down in AAA, that's not easy. That is not easy, right? Like not knowing where you're going to sleep, not having that regular routine, it is very difficult. You second guess yourself, you start diving into the mentality side of the game and yourself, and it's tough, right, to stay consistent. And I've always said, just give that kid 450 at-bats in a season, tell him he's going to play basically every day, and you'll start to see what Curtis can actually do, right? Yeah. So, I hope he just finishes off that season strong. He's got 3 weeks to go, and play a solid last 3 weeks and go from there. Launch into next year, right? So,
Alex Bregman was the thing. Yeah. So Bazzana clearly understands how to make the most of his skill set. He could have a career that looks a lot like that of Alex Bregman.
Yeah. So probably should have remembered it was Alex. Is a pretty good player, right? So. It's exciting, right? We've got a couple of players there, hopefully going to play against each other next year. And, and I hope there's a few more, right? Like, I always think I pronounce his name wrong. Bibis?
Yeah.
Bibis?
Yeah.
Like, he has retired 57 straight batters.
Holy Jesus, that's Chapman stuff.
Exactly right. So I saw the Chapman one, then I saw his and out. Mate, that's unbelievable. That's ridiculous, right? And he's a guy that same thing. Like he is there, right? Like they could call him up and he can compete and he'll do really well. So this season for him, and I know he's had a great year last year, but this year, I mean, that's ridiculous. So he will be in the big leagues next year. There's no doubt in my mind he'll be pitching in the big leagues next year, right? So we could have 3 up there. A healthy Hendricks, that's 4, right? Like it's pretty good. I don't think I'm missing anybody. That's who else is close.
Do you reckon we get to run it back one more year with Hendo in Boston? It's hard.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he'll end up having to sign like a minor league deal probably somewhere. Yeah. Just unfortunately, he's just been hurt and had some tough health issues over, as everyone knows. I just think it'll be tough, right? He just needs to stay healthy. Someone probably give him $1 million, to be honest with you, and say, here's a couple mil, right? Here's a chance. So look, everyone is in Hendo's corner. Everyone just wants to see him healthy again. He's missed so much baseball over the last few years after, spoiling us with a couple of all-star seasons, and
Hughesy, hurry up. Get him on the show for me, mate. I'm itching. I want to talk to him. Let's go. Let's get it done. Pump it up.
This time zone thing and scheduling thing between
Melbourne. I might freak out a bit, so I need to relax.
We're working Melbourne, Perth into the US somewhere on a schedule of who knows. It's
random story today. Sorry to cut you off, but I thought about potentially, get freaking out talking to Liam Hendricks, which saw you Perth guys. You're like, whatever. But I'm like, holy shit, this is really cool. I met Ernie Dingo today.
Did you?
Yeah, I know. This is so random. Right. And I was like, holy shit, you're Ernie Dingo. You're cool as hell. Like, what the heck? I didn't realize I would have a bit of a fanboy moment for Ernie Dingo at all. I didn't even realize how, anyways, there you go. Big, sexy fanboy and hard for Ernie Dingo. Just randomly walked into an event I was at and I was like, you're Ernie Dingo. And he's like, yeah, mate, I am. I was like, you're a legend.
Did you make him a latte?
I made him a coffee. Yeah. Well, I didn't. I got someone else too. But I said, "Oh, make this guy a coffee. This is bloody TV royalty, Ernie Dingo. What a great guy." So, anyway, sorry, just random stories. Hey, Hughesy, I do want to play a fun game with you right now, just real quick, completely off the cuff. No one knows. You don't even know about this, and you reminded me. Let's go back to the ABL, right? You reminded me of part of it before. I want you to rank.
Oh God.
Yeah, here we go. This is going to upset some people. We're going to rank the hottest unis of last season. So, of course, Canberra and Melbourne will be in it. So, we're going to go from bottom, number 6, all the way up to number 1. The best unis, strongest uni game in the league for last season. There you go.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah. Just off the top of your dome.
What?
I want to see it.
First and foremost, you're asking the wrong guy because I don't really care.
You don't care?
No, it doesn't bother me.
You got to admit that Canberra had some dope unis. Adelaide's game's always strong.
Well, Adelaide always has good unis. Or Adelaide always has good unis. They do that really well. I'm a massive fan of the black though, right? Like for some reason, I do love more so the older Heat unis. I'm not a massive fan of the direction that they took their unis, so they can be probably a little bit lower down the scale, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I just like the old school. Just keep it stock standard. It's like the Yankees. Just keep your uniform. Don't change it.
Do you remember the Tuatara uniforms?
I do.
That would have to be up there. So many people still love the Tuatara hat. So, I mean, I know that's going back a few years, but anyways, surely at least you acknwowledge that, right? Acknowledge all the Tuatara was.
No, it's good. Like I do like the alternate uniforms, right? Like when they have, a different night, a throwback to, the old days. I do really enjoy that stuff. And I really hope the Heat do. I don't think they've done one yet, like a throwback to the old school. I think it was like orange and red and black. So hopefully, let's not forget our history. And I think it's really important. And I think the Giants do a great job of that. I think the Sydney Blue Sox might have to be a little bit down the order because of the lack
gray?
of the grey at the home, which
all right, I'll go through and rank mine. Ready? I'm going to do it. And that's a part of mine. So I was going to say that. So Sydney, I love ya. I'm not trying to just beat up on you, right? But I have to rank you pretty low because you did play in grey unis for like the first few weeks. And to be fair, on the podcast, I did go, I don't mind the grey. And then I found out it was because their white wasn't ready. And I went, okay, whatever. So I'm going to give Sydney 6th place. Okay. Apologies. I know a few people playing there. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. 5th, I'm going to probably go with, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to say Melbourne. Sorry, Melbourne. I know you guys do a lot of other great things and you do have alternate unis and whatever, but I'll go Perth 5th and Melbourne 4th. There you go. So 6th, Sydney, Perth 5th because, is what it is, but I don't mind it. And Melbourne, same thing. Nothing bad, but is what it is. And then I'm going to go 5th and 4th. So then 3rd place is probably... Ooh.
I'm looking, so I'm just jumping really quickly to go back and have a look. Canberra grey uniform.
No, Canberra's up there for me, man.
Canberra grey, great. Canberra home, don't like the blue.
Dude, the blue and the yellow from Canberra last year ranked them so much higher. That ACT uni that they wore was sick.
Trying to find it.
It was sick.
Brisbane's up there. The pinstripe.
This is what I mean. So these are my top 3. So it's Adelaide, Brisbane, and of course Canberra from last season. So I'm gonna do it reverse now. So I'm gonna go 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Unfortunately, I think I've got to give it to Adelaide, Hughesy. Can I
give a shout out to one of the hottest guys in baseball? And I don't even know if you can see this, but check out that.
Can you just calm down on your love for him, please? Because last season you were just like, last episode you were like, wait, he's back.
That uniform's the best with the city. It's got like the
skyline. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
by far my favourite.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they had that last year. That's probably an old one.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to Adelaide just because they did things like the trading night. They did the retro throwbacks and all of that. I mean, they're constantly recreating stuff. So give Adelaide number 1 for last season. Congratulations. I'm sure they're stoked with that award. And I tell you what, it's hard. I'm gonna give Brisbane third. Congratulations, Canberra. You snuck into second place because of that blue, man, that blue jersey that you guys would rock, and just there's a few others, but yeah. Anyways, there you go. That's the countdown that no one ever asked for.
Yeah, and can I say Brisbane, or can I ask Brisbane if they? I have to go do some research to see if they actually wore that uni this year. If not, bring it back because that's hot.
Yeah, you just calm down. Do you need a cold shower or something, mate? You're all right. You okay over there? I think I've got. There we go. That was a good one. We got the soundboard back. We got it back. There you go. So that's sort of. Was there much else that we wanted to talk about, Luke? I'm trying to remember our run sheet because clearly I've forgotten.
There is one thing. There is a little bit.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I want to quickly. This is where, and I think I said it last week, where the big league season will come in September. Heading into playoffs, the wild card race, which I love, is clearly heating up. And the MVP talk and Cy Young talk is there, right?
Yeah.
Like we're starting to see guys, challenge a little bit. And what I want to talk about quickly is the challenge Schwarber is posing to Ohtani in the National League, right? And if I just dove into the stats real quick,
Big stats guy.
Schwarber's hit 50 yammers, right? It's
Not surprising.
That's not. He always hits. He always hits 40 and in a free agent season coming up for him. Please just sign back with the Phillies. I think it's just the perfect fit for him and Harper, and I think it's great. And I'm sure they'll work something out, but I just really hope he goes back to the Phillies.
Do you think I'm a right-handed Rezzy's style Schwarber? Thanks. Cheers. Let's move.
Yes, because I did say I was going to be nice to you for the rest of this. So he's got 50. Ohtani's got 48. Okay, I get the pitching. I'm just trying to play a little devil's advocate here. Schwarber's got 123 RBIs. What's Ohtani got? 91. Okay, so that's a big difference. I know. All right.
He rehabbed at the big league level. If you can watch a Dodgers start without hearing that 14 times, you're like amazing. But like to be fair, I'll put it to you this way, Luke. I have watched the MLB condensed games. Every chance I get, I will watch one for LA Dodgers, and of course, I'll even go back and literally watch the innings that he pitched when he was doing 1 or 2 innings. Right, so. I mean, he has that factor as well. I know the MVP isn't picked on that, but it is what it is. They know what they're doing.
The other guy I need to bring up, Junior Caminero.
Yeah, ex-Perth guy, right?
Everyone forgets he's 22. Yeah. He's got 41 home runs, right? It is ridiculous. That he was only in the ABL 3 years ago, and now he's probably going to be in the Dominican team. And I know I saw some stuff he's asking to make sure he's on that roster, right? And that's special at 22. Like that is something that no one does that, like who hits 40, 41? He's got a couple weeks to go. He'd probably get to 45 would be great. So that's special. That's very special.
Absolutely.
We're blessed in the ABL to have a player of his caliber.
I still hear stories of like, oh man, I saw Junior Caminero hit one out at Empire Ballpark, bloody over those trees.
The sound off his bat, and I said this is the first time I saw him take BP. I was like, I haven't heard that sound of a crack of a bat like his since I saw Josh Hamilton take BP. It is ridiculous. So yeah, big shout out to him. I guess the other race, there isn't another race. There is no more race. Judge's going to win it. His numbers
Big Dumper.
Big Dumper's got 53, leading all MLB, which is
for those that don't know who Big Dumper is. He's got a bigger booty,
which is so cool, right? Like that. That's ridiculous that he's hit 53. He's a career 224 hitter in the big leagues, and he's hit 53 yammers. You know what I mean? Like that's unbelievable. So really cool to see him, and as a switch hitter too, which is even more special and harder to do, right? And if we just float to the pitching real quick, you've got some tight races there within, Skeen's got a 198, Scooble's got a 2.1, Brown from Houston's 2.25, Crochet's 2.57. Like, there is some good battles going there. I think Skeen's got the National League.
You reckon Scooble's got AL?
Yeah, I do.
Shout out to Lockie Waite, who we both know, absolute legend of the bloke. Put on a multi preseason.
Gamble responsibly.
But he said to me, "Oh, sexy, check out this," and showed me his thing. And he goes, "I went Scooble and I went Skeens for sites." And I went, "Lockie, I love it. Of course you're going to do it." I said, "But like the guys that you think going in are never going to win it, right? It's never the way." I said, "They've got to stay healthy and whatever." He's a chance. Chance.
I got Otani and Judge last year. Now, look, I'm not saying I'm like, profit, but you know what I mean? It's like you could sit there every year and just go Judge, Otani. You know what I mean? MVP, both leagues, and you got a pretty good chance to.
But of course, you'd have to do that responsibly. So, of course, gamble responsibly, and
And if there is a gambling,
please
out there that if they want to sponsor us, pay for our subscription for the 25-26 season, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Which leads us to our next point. We've got to thank our major sponsor, of course, 1623 Baseball. It is baseball camps coming through the summer and the spring, of course, but of course through the summer, led by our man, the GOAT, TK, Tim Kennelly. If you haven't already, go and check out at 1623 Baseball on Instagram, on Facebook. Go and check it out. They're going to be doing heaps of camps all over the Perth metro region and probably outside the metro region. Who knows? Go and check it out. It's going to be a big summer. So go and support the GOAT. Go and support TK at 1623 Baseball. We appreciate you for supporting the show. There you go.
Fantastic.
Little ad read for you. Sorry. Had to get that.
I love that from you.
Yeah.
That's all I've got.
That's all I've got. Yeah. Love it. We'll be here. We hope you guys have enjoyed, of course, the new rebrand. Let us know your comments. Let us know your thoughts. Of course, let us know. What do you reckon? Hughesy's young bloke. What's he going to be? Lefty, righty? What are you thinking? Let us know in the comments. Tell us all. I think it's natural. Throw left, hit right. It's normal. It's the big sexy way. Everyone else, applause. We appreciate it. I forgot that one actually doesn't run out. That would just keep going. So there you go. We appreciate you guys for listening. If you haven't, make sure you check us out on the socials at Blue Blast Podcast on Instagram, at Blue Blast Podcast on Facebook, and of course, the same over on YouTube. Leave us all the comments. Tell us what you think. Hughesy, you want to say the final word?
Good night.
We appreciate you for listening. Take care. See ya. Bye.
Yeah.
It's an old baseball saying, a bloop and a blast.
Bloop and a blast. Big sexy Luke Hughes.
Going back. This ball's